Hey guys, what's up? We're back in the mini cabin, and on this video we're going to be doing the metal ceiling. We're going to be putting some drywall up, finishing the framing work, and getting the interior all nice and complete in order for all of the fixtures to go in. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to follow us on our homesteading journey.
So we are about to get this door in place and start the framing out of this bedroom wall. We need to pack out this divider wall out 2 studs so that we can start our layout over. So that's what we're working on now.
I'm your intern? Apprentice.
One day Bob will be my apprentice. Okay, so let's get a measurement on this wall here. So, remember, we need to not go too close, so we want to go 1/4 off. So you get me tight, and then I look at it and I say, okay, we're at 47.5, so we're gonna go 47.25. So that's at the bottom, and you need to double check it. And then looking at it, all right, you just do a quick look. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 81s. So I'm back down here at the cabin. Just brought some tongue and groove that we had ordered in. So I'm gonna get this unloaded up in the loft.
I know, but look how clean it is in here. So he already moved the tongue and groove up to the loft for safekeeping. Honestly, I wish we could tongue and groove this whole thing, but tongue and groove is kind of expensive. Tongue and groove is, though, easier than drywall. Drywall is a pain, but We're gonna have some accent walls as tongue and groove, and the rest drywall.
So far I got a few of the sheets on, a couple of these bottom guys, a few up top in the corners, and then this room I got a few sheets up. So how I like to do it is do all the main full sheets, even if they are scattered about a little bit, just so I can see what my cutoffs are going to be before I start cutting up sheets that I probably didn't have to for certain spots, like on some of the tougher angles. So that way I can optimize how many sheets I actually use instead of taking one full sheet and cutting it up into a bunch of small pieces. Just allows you to use your scraps in a more efficient manner, I've found. So I'm going to install this ceiling fan bracket. We're going to go right in the middle of this place. That'll be above the kitchen. So that'll give some nice light and some air movement. So I'm going to climb up here and get that installed. It's probably going to go that one there. So got most of the wiring ran and the box is in place in the main area here. So I got a few more sheets to put up here. I got a few of those, that one there. This is all tongue and groove that goes up. So we'll get started on that after we get these sheets put up in the common area here. So I did a couple lights upstairs. We have our ceiling fan. I'm gonna have a drop light that's gonna come down, which will be above the counter here where the sink is. Put all the switches over here by the door when you walk in. Did a few outlets here and the lower bedroom. So now I can get everything boxed in. Just installed a few sheets in the bathroom drywall. So we are gonna wait on the rest of that for the time being until we get the shower pan. We are gonna get started on the tongue and groove. So we have a bunch of our boards. So we're gonna be doing this wall here, this wall here, up there, all along that pony wall, all the way up top. So we have quite a few boards. I have them stashed right now. They're up on the loft floor. So we'll get them nailed up. So I just got done putting up all of the tongue and groove. I went all the way up to the top. I was thinking about keeping each space open because of how those old barn beams come down, but I thought it just looked cleaner if it just went all the way across. But I have little to no scraps, so that worked out just about perfectly. Looks super clean. And I do have some left over. So I think I'll be able to do around the bottom of the cabinets that'll go here with the tongue and groove. So that'll look really cool. Everything matching. Getting there for sure. So we are getting ready to put up some of the metal. We're starting with this back wall. We have our F and J channel, which goes up in this section here. And then I'm cutting a piece of J right now, which goes in the corners. And then we can start running all the sheets across, and then we'll start working up the ceiling. Good. So we are getting ready to put the railing on around the porch. I've kind of held off all winter time to getting this done, but I think today is the day to get this railing up because the boxes are pretty well deteriorated. Good thing I held on to the instructions inside, but they're pretty simple regardless to put together. So we're gonna put these up, and then yeah, we were waiting on the spackle inside to dry, so I figured this was a good pastime to get done. So I had a video the next day after I got the railing kits installed, but I can't seem to find it. So here's a little update with the railing. I still have to order the caps for the top, but these railing kits are actually really easy to install. Yeah, there was 3 sections, 2 8-foot sections, and I think this was a 6-foot, or maybe it was an 8 and I cut it down. But that's how it looks so far. We'll get the caps ordered in and probably get the deck stained. So I'm working in the utility room here, and I did some of the wiring, got some of that out of my way, but I'm primarily focused on getting all the PEX hooked up. I got this nice manifold we ordered off Amazon. Can't really see it that well because the pipes are in the way, but it is pretty easy to use. All these little connectors just kind of get pushed right on, and then they just screw right onto the manifold just like that, so there's no like crimping or anything required. So I'm gonna get this put together and then start working on the hot water heater. So today's a big day. We finally got done all of the sanding and spackling for the drywall, and we are ready to put some primer on these walls. So we're gonna do 2 coats of primer, and hopefully by the end of the week I can make it out to the store again and pick up some paint. I think we're gonna go with an off-white, so it's gonna look super bright in here. But yeah, we are finally turning the corner. So we got the walls completely primed, 2 coats. And we will start putting on the paint here shortly. But in the meantime, I'm putting on some trim. I cased in this window a bit more. Some of that trim will get painted. Not sure if I want to stain this and clear coat it or just paint it, but we will see how that is, because I did cedar for the sills everywhere on the casements. So maybe I stain it and clear it, but yeah, now we're just doing some trim work and we will do the paint here shortly. That's the plan. So it is flooring time. I got some of my family that came up to help out for this week, the weekend, and we are putting down some underlayment at the moment. And soon, after this is down, we'll be starting on the flooring. So this is the following day, and we finally got all the flooring in. So it took all the way up until dark yesterday to get everything in place, and it started pouring rain outside. And we don't have power down to this cabin yet, but I think it turned out really nicely. So we still have some baseboard trim to install around the edges over here and a little bit over here, but we're waiting on our cabinets. That'll go in through here. So it'll be fridge, oven, corner cabinet here, and then the sink, and then the cabinet right here at the end. So it'll be like almost like a bar that comes out. But I really like the quality of the Pergo and how it went together. There were some tricky cuts here and there, but all in all, I think it's gonna hold up for a very long time. So we'll go ahead and put our spiral staircase back in after we paint it. And get rid of this ladder. This room came out really nicely too. It's a pretty tiny room, but we'll either do bunk beds or a futon or something in here. All the metal is still dirty from being outside, so all that's got to get wiped down. The windows got to get wiped down. We're gonna varnish all these cedar bases of all the window sills. And I forgot about this window back here. I still have to trim this one out. So I'll get that trimmed in. Then we got to do our tile around the floor here. And we got to jump on this bathroom soon. We'll get the exhaust fan in, and then we can put the drywall up, put the wall back in place, and then put the shower pan in, and then get all the tile laid down around on the floor. So that's where the current state of the bathroom is at the moment. With just some odds and ends pieces that got to go in place. I got to finish out the boxing out of this beam here, and the boxing out of this beam up here, and then that'll get stained and varnished to make it look like an old barn beam. But we are almost wrapping up this project finally. And we also did some grading outside. Rain just let up again. But we wiped out a couple of these bushes and tree that was kind of shading the cabin a bit. Pushed some of this dirt down through here. Try to grade it out a little bit. It's gonna need a little bit more work, but who knows, maybe in the future we put a garden here or something. Can never have enough gardens.